Thank you very much. Hurt my hand on that machine. I'm all for supporting my local shops, but sometimes it's not easy. Take the other day, I was looking for a book about Chinese spiritualism. I thought I'd found the ideal place. Turns out, no. I went into this one, and it was the Wong fucking bookstore, so They must know. Let's get my next guest out. It's the always hilarious Mr. Dom Joly. Here he is. Dom Joly, here he is. All right. Before we sit down, let's...
Oh, no.
Come on.
No.
Look, you've got it. Look, Jenson, 48, he's a professional.
Yeah.
I was 31. You ready?
Yeah, I'm just going to psych it out for a little bit.
Attack, reaction.
Get ready. Go.
I like the sound effects we're getting now, sir.
This is great.
You're doing pretty well. You're doing well. Oh.
The spin. There's the spin.
I'm liking the move.
Styling.
Pretty well.
Look it. You beat me.
Yeah, I beat you, but you were doing flourishes. You were doing... you would have won on style.
No, I've got no peripheral vision.
Pretty good. 27, not bad. Come on over, Dom. That's the problem.
I'm really annoyed with that now.
But you see, people think it's easy. You don't see the ones at the corners, do you?
I thought I had amazing peripheral vision. I thought it was one of my big strong points.
Are you a good driver? You're a fast driver? Do you think you could do what Jenson does?
I think I'm a good driver, which means I'm probably very, very bad.
Yeah.
My wife thinks I'm the worst driver ever. She won't drive with me. Road rage, tractor rage a lot where I live in the Cotswolds. You don't want to get a car, basically.
Nobody will do that.
Yeah.
No. Now, I didn't realise you started in politics. You started making genuine, straightforward TV, is that right?
It's where all hidden camera comedians begin. ITN.
In the news
in the
department.
newsroom. Yeah, no, I worked at ITN. I was quite into politics, but I'm not into politics itself. I like kind of following politics because it's just like school gossip, basically.
Yeah.
And I got a job as a diplomat, believe it or not. That was my first job. It's absolutely true. The worst job I could ever give to me. But when I left university, I speak some languages because I grew up in Lebanon. So someone said to me, you should apply for the European Commission. They take, they give you a job. So
you were just about to say they'd take anyone, weren't you?
They did. Well, hello. So anyway, long story short, I ended up in Prague and I'm a diplomat for 6 months. I did absolutely nothing. Yeah. But when I come back, it looks great on the CV, so I get a job at ITN in Westminster. So for 2 years, I had a pass for the House of Commons. I could go in, it's crazy. And they didn't read, I think they realised I wasn't top material, so I'd get the rubbish interviews. Yeah. I'd go out on the green, and I'd get the one where you meet the MP and he gives you the quote and then you run back and give it and they put it in the package. Yeah. And I got so bored and I had loads of friends that were like not doing stuff. So I ended up saying, well, I'm doing Paddy Ashton at 2 o'clock. Do something in the background. So we'd have someone come down, a couple of clowns. I didn't have clown friends, but they were dressed up. And they'd have a clown fight, and ITN saw it, and they're like, oh, my God, look at that, there's a clown fight. They put it on. Then we did something with David Mellor, and I had some friends kicking a football, and they hit it, and it hit them in the face. So they put that on, and then the third time, I can't remember who it was, they suddenly thought, hang on. And that was it, I was fired.
You're getting too lucky with the background.
Yeah, I know. It's like, I can't believe it. Every time I go out there, something happens.
So presumably then, enjoying doing that, that's what gave you the idea for Trigger Happy, is that right?
Well, no, I used to muck about, so that's where I got the sort of... I realised that if you wear a suit and you're talking to someone, they're never really listening to what you're saying. They're just, they're just sort of assuming you're saying something, so you can kind of get away with anything. Yeah. And originally, I was going to do a satire show. I was going to do a political satire show. And I took it to Channel 4, and the woman who met me really liked my stuff, but she said she'd just done Brass Eye of Chris Morris, and she'd spent 2 years in court, basically. Yeah. And she just said, I can't do anything more political. I don't want to go to court. Couldn't just do a programme about nothing, like stupid stuff. And I went, absolutely no problem with that whatsoever. And that was Trigger Happy. So I'm really pleased she did that, because it allowed me just to be totally stupid.
Because that was a huge hit right out of the gate. Trigger Happy was just suddenly...
It was crazy.
And what happened to the big phone? You still have the big phone? Everyone loved that big phone.
Well, that's the question I get asked the most, is where's the big phone? And I still haven't got a funny reply. The best I've got is it's charging and the battery takes 4 years, and it's shit. So I don't use it.
The prop itself, do you still have the prop?
I do. It's in my downstairs bathroom in the Cotswolds, and I've put it in a little glass cabinet, and it has the words, do not break unless in case of dire career emergency. And I've come close. I've come very close. But it's not broken yet. Okay. So, yeah.
Well, let's talk about your new show, because Dom's back with a new show. It's called Full Britannia, and it's a different take on a hidden camera show, isn't it?
Well, it's a hidden camera show. I mean, Trigger Happy was quite clean, if you like. I was quite worried when people sort of said, oh, the whole family can watch this. And I was like, oh, I don't want that. Doesn't sound cool. But I don't sort of do knob gags and stuff. I like surreal humour. And I wanted to do a show... Now I've got kids. There's like very few shows that you can watch the whole family.
How old are your kids?
11 and 8. Okay. Had to think for a second, but yeah, I think that's right. And, you know, you end up either watching something they like but you hate, or vice versa, or X Factor, which everyone's happy with. But I just wanted to make a show that everyone would want to watch, or try and do it anyway.
Silly, fun, but
totally
as you said,
stupid, pointless, and the only rule in it is basically it's if you're in Britain, you're not safe. I will get you.
And do people, I mean, it must be tricky for you because people do recognise you and they do know you come in. Do you get a nice welcome wherever you go? Are people happy to participate? Do they like seeing you?
No. I'll be honest with you. I mean, I do a lot of prosthetics in this one, so I can get away with it. But I am unpopular, well, more unpopular than usual in certain towns.
Which towns?
You see, if I name them, I'm just trying to build bridges again, but...
OK, well, let's say that, OK, let's say in the past you might...
I'll say it. It's fine. I'm sorry, but Winstone we have problems. I wrote something quite true about the place. I didn't think it was the most beautiful place and that it stank of something. Okay. And they burnt an effigy of me in the town. And they had a slug race in which they named every slug Dom Joly. And then when their pier burnt down, they blamed me.
Wow.
When it was not me.
So we have some clips. We have some clips of the new show. It starts Saturday week.
Yep, Saturday week.
7 o'clock, ITV Saturday nights. This is Dom Joly for Britannia.
Oh, hello. Looks like there's been a bit of bloodshed in the Nell Gwyn tea rooms. Hang on. I always wondered what it's like to drive one of those when you're a boy, you want to go. Hold this 1 second for me, will you? I just want a little go. Hang on. There's loads of buttons and stuff.
Dom Joly. Back surprising people.
Back annoying people, I think.
So that character, he's a regular fixture in the show, is that right?
Yeah, I don't like giving names to characters, but he has got a name, so he's Asbo Vicar. And he lives in one town very near me in Gloucestershire called... He doesn't actually live there, but we filmed it in Bourton-on-the-Water, which is the sort of Venice of the Cotswolds, they like to picture themselves out. So they have a lot of visitors, and he, for a couple of days, was the first person anyone would meet. And he's initially charming, although he is rude about wherever they're from, especially Winstone-super-Mare. And then, but he can't help himself. He sort of feels he runs the village. Yeah. So he doesn't like cyclists, so he maces them and they go in. He'll smash small children's toys, very bad on buskers, pushes old ladies off bridges.
It sounds like...
All, you know, not real old ladies.
But people must be terrified when they see it happening and not knowing it's a stunt. When you see a vicar pushing an old lady into a river, that must be quite, you know, it's quite a shock.
I think that's one of the really interesting things about hidden camera, for me, is that there's an adrenaline buzz. Like, when you're about to do something, you're in the Cotswolds, you're in this town, and I've got, you know, 2 cameramen hidden in tents and someone hidden in a window, and there's a stunt guy coming in, and this whole scene's about to happen, and no one knows. They're wandering around. So you feel a bit like, I don't know, before you're doing a bank robbery or whatever, and then it all kicks off. And the good thing about it is we have to get people's permission afterwards to do it. And actually, they're normally so relieved that there's a logical explanation for what's happened.
But, hey, let's have a look back in the green room, because I think you missed something. While you were out, Lily's gone in there, and we didn't know Lily's quite a dab hand.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Lily, I like that monkey. Don't you like a monkey?
I like a couple.
She's done a nice job on Jenson, hasn't she? Oh, yeah, there she is. That was terrifying for a second.
That was weird. That was an alien moment.
Hey, but how great to have you on the show. What great fun it was to have you here. I can't wait to see Full Britannia. Dom Joly, ladies and gentlemen. That was great. Really good. Thank you, man. Thank you. Join us after the break. I'll be talking to the fabulous Suranne Jones. Don't go away.